Good morning, Flippin' 50 fans. This is Deborah, host of the Flipping 50 TV show and the Flipping 50 podcast, and I am here with day 7, and I am incredibly shocked that it could be day 7. 7 days goes by awfully fast, and when you're traveling, maybe even more fast, more quickly. So today is real, pulling back the curtain, big time. So let me tell you, this is not the functional strength workout that I had really intended. And not that I have a plan every single day. I kind of pay attention to the body, mine, and deliver to you what I need and hope that that's fitting, or that you could pick a day or an exercise in these days that works for you too. That's not what's happening today. So let me tell you, learning the hard way, not to try new things while away and not to try new things aggressively thinking you have an iron stomach. So somebody I know did that, and somebody I know is paying for it. So my energy is kind of low because there was one new thing I did, a healthful thing. I'm at a health conference. I mean, the most healthy of the healthiest conferences. And so it wasn't the food, but it was something supplement-wise. Whoops, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. That's kind of how I feel, actually. Supplement-wise, that I tried new and probably tried a little too much of it. It is wreaking havoc with my belly, which means I just am zapped of energy. So I got up, went out and thinking, okay, well, I'll go for a really short jog and probably will feel better when I come back. So a little more stimulated, a little bit more cleared of brain fog. Not so much. So I got out there and I decided it was going to be a walk, and a short walk at that. So did that, and then did hit the weights. So that for me is something I can do weights if I'm not feeling super high energy. I'm not feeling sick. It's just that my gut is really just not good. So, super bummer, truly, because while you're on vacation, at least for me, I have a little bit more time. So it's always nice to feel like, okay, I can actually take a little bit more time to do the workout I really want to, and not just the 10 or 20 minute one that, yes, in the long run is probably better for my hormones, but occasionally it's nice to do that, the one you really want, slow, relaxed, and not be rushed. Anyway, not going to happen. Maybe that's Mother Nature's way of telling me that's not what I should have done anyway. So did a little bit of weight work, and then I'm back. So I'm planning to hydrate really well. I can tell I'm not right because I'm super thirsty and I'm in a humid environment. I've been drinking plenty of water, so it's not like being at altitude, but okay, so there you go. Learned from my lessons. What I'm going to do today is a version of a warm-up. Sorry, I'm trying to get you so that you can see more of the floor, and it's this place where you don't tip over, but you can see. What I want to show you is that if you're thinking, I can't do that, try it first. I had a client years ago who actually, this is how she got up and down from the floor, and it's, a version really of a yoga move, getting into downward dog and then walking her hands back is how she got up, because she'd had 2 knee surgeries. She was a large sized person, between 235 and 255 pounds, and this worked for her. So she had some hip mobility and flexibility that allowed her to come up well, but it's also something we can use for a warm-up. So think about this. You can use it, you can get down to a plank, you could do a push-up and insert that into it. So I'm going to show you that move, and I'm not going to show you a lot more. So I'm so sorry, but I am going to show you a rotated triangle, which is another stretch. Now, it may feel like a little bit of strength just because you are strengthening muscles that you ordinarily don't use, but it's truly more of a stretch and rotation. So it's a good finisher, what I call finisher, to either weight work or to walking or jogging, whatever your cardio might be. But I would always advise that you're well warmed up, and this is never, remember, a first thing in the morning thing. BLT, bending, lifting, twisting, not something you want to do individually, certainly not something you want to do together in that first hour that you wake up, or just apply pressure at all. So, all right, I'm going to back up, hoping that you can see. hands and feet. So I'm gonna start right here, and actually I'm gonna come down, walk my hands out. We're just kind of, this is like elementary school really, right? So you're just walking out here. Now that's enough, and I can simply walk back. I can take my feet a little bit wider if I want to. I'm gonna come back, keeping my legs straight, but when I get here, I'm actually gonna bend my knees and roll up. So pardon me, so I'm stepping in and out just so you can catch my whole body in the view. I don't want you necessarily to move your feet, okay? So coming down again, hands down. You're walking out, you're just doing this little caterpillar walk, coming out to a plank. You can stay right here, and I'll show you another variation next time. Then once you get here, you're gonna soften your knees. You can actually bring your hands to your knees and then round and roll up from there. Rolling down, pressing out. Now, here's your opportunity to actually change this. So you could go up and down, and just up and down, and then walk back. Bend your knees, round and roll up, or take that hand to knee, and then roll up from there. That works too. Rolling down, we're gonna do it again. I'm gonna change it just a bit. So on this one, I'm gonna come here, come down. I'm gonna do a push-up and up, and then rotate. So if you needed to drop to your knees to do that push-up, that's absolutely fine. Walk your hands back in, bend your knees, hands to the knees if you want to, and then round and roll up. So you get the idea, rolling down, walk out, hold right here. I'm gonna go up and push, come up, and lift, push up again, just to be fair, right? And then walk that back. Bend your knees and round and roll up. Now, if you needed a super simple hotel workout, you could do that 20 times, 25, and just do some repeats. And you're stretching your hamstrings, you're walking all the way out, you're using your core, you're doing a little chest. Unfortunately, you're not getting a row, but if you think about retracting the shoulders and keeping them back, you're engaging everything. So let me show you the next one. Rotated triangle from yoga. You don't have to practice yoga or be a yogi at all to do this one. So just step into it with me. So imagine yourself on a balance beam, your front toe on the beam straight ahead, your back foot, heel and the ball of your foot on the beam, and the other half of your foot, your toes, the ball, off the beam. So in other words, you're kind of straight ahead here, and the other back foot is turned out. So you've got a better stance. You feel a little bit more solid that way. What I want you to do is get some attitude. You're gonna push that hip backward, and right away you're gonna feel a little inner thigh stretch, especially if you're tight, okay? So lengthen forward now from your back. You can use something for support if you need it. Take your hands. What you're gonna do is take one arm down, and so if I face you first, this is triangle, okay? This is just opening my body. My front foot right now is my right foot, and my right hand is down. So if you're left and left, that's what's going on for you. But now watch. What I want to do is come to a flat back. You want to be an airplane. See my back? It's not here, it's here. Really hip back, chest forward, nice and long. And I want to rotate to the opposite direction. And you can't be looking around while you're doing this. You got to really reach and open the chest. Stretching and rounding through the back. And then you come back up and push back. Now there's a little strength going on in your front leg. So if, for instance, you went for a walk, you've gone for a jog, or you've weight trained before, you're gonna feel yourself a little shaky. And that's okay, you've got a little bit of overload still. Remember, front foot forward, back foot is turned out just a little bit, straight legs, and then attitude. So you're kind of popping that hip back, lengthen forward from the hip, tall, long back, arms here. I'm going to turn away from you to stretch first in triangle. Reach the arm up, open, and you can hold that for as long as you like. And in yoga, rather than time, what we do is measure in breath. So you might take 2, 3, 4 deep breaths on that side. And then opposite direction, reaching. You're gonna find when you go into the leg, you don't have as much range of motion and you're really feeling a bigger stretch right here on that hip. So remember, that's not comfortable. You don't have to go all the way down. This is where a yoga block comes in handy, but if you don't have a yoga block, you don't do yoga, except when Deborah says, okay, here's what we're doing today. You bring a chair over or a stack of books and think about, okay, where would be the optimal place for me to be to feel a stretch, to get a little support, and it's not always down to the floor. So when you're doing yoga, sometimes it's easy to look around the room, compare yourself, and think, okay, she's on the floor, she's doing it really good, I should be that. But it's actually about where do I feel the best to stretch? And for a lot of us, that's not the full-blown stretch. Okay, so sorry. I may give you a bonus day tomorrow. We'll do a day 8 simply because that's about as good as I can do today. Sorry about that. So not feeling terrible, just not feeling good. It's just that when you're used to feeling 110% you and you don't feel great, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So try those 2, do as many repeats as you need to, and you know, even if you're somebody who feels like I can't get down to the floor, this could be potentially a new way for you to get down to the floor and get back up from the floor to do exercise rather than having to come through the knee or put pressure on the knee in a lunge as you're coming back up. So let me know how that goes for you.